Shock on a Florida highway. A plane, during an emergency landing, fell into a moving car that was driving along the roadway. On Monday evening, a small plane fell straight from the sky onto the crowded I-95 freeway in central Florida. During the emergency landing, it touched down on the roof of Toyota Camry that was moving in the flow of traffic. At the scene, sparks, debris, blocked traffic and a complete paralysis of that section of the road. The Beechcraft 55 aircraft was carrying out an emergency landing after losing power in both engines. The aircraft flew low over moving vehicles and literally came down onto the hood of the car. After the impact, the aircraft skidded forward and stopped only after colliding with the concrete divider. The Toyota was driven by a 57-year-old local resident. She sustained minor injuries but managed to leave the vehicle on her own. Medics took her to the hospital where light injuries and a state of shock were diagnosed. The plane was being operated by a 27-year-old pilot from Orlando, and next to him was a passenger of the same age from Temple Terrace. Both got away with flight and did not require medical assistance. According to preliminary information, the crew reported engine failure while still in the air. Air traffic controllers allowed them to land on the nearest flat surface, the highway. Emergency services and road teams were working at the scene. The car was completely covered with debris, metal, plastic parts and glass from the plane's windshield. The impact fell exactly on the front part of the car, essentially the only place where the driver could survive. Witnesses say that if there had been more passengers in the cabin, the consequences could have been fatal. Within minutes, the incident halted traffic in several lanes. Police blocked that part of the freeway while special equipment removed debris and vehicles. At the same time, the National Transportation Safety Board began inspecting the aircraft's technical condition. The preliminary version: a complete loss of power in both engines during flight. That is what forced the crew to look for a place for an emergency landing. The situation was complicated by evening traffic. The flow of vehicles was dense. The Federal Aviation Administration is already preparing an official report. Final conclusions are expected in the coming weeks. Investigative actions at the crash site are ongoing. The emergency landing, which nearly turned into a tragedy, is now being called a real miracle. Rescuers note a difference of just a few seconds could have cost several lives.